Eli Carson was known across the Montana Valley as a legend, but not the friendly kind. He was 6'6", built like a bear, and had the silence of a ghost. For 17 years, he'd worked his land alone. No one came in, and no one got close. He hadn't touched a woman since the day his fiancée left him at the altar, a betrayal so deep it turned the warm-hearted cowboy into a steel-hearted recluse. His ranch sat between the hills like a forgotten monument. Locals said you could drive by it for years and never see the man himself. But he was there, every day, feeding his cattle, repairing fences, fixing machinery with those massive, weathered hands that hadn't known affection in almost 2 decades. Then came the storm. A late spring blizzard hit the valley harder than anyone expected. Eli was in the barn with his horses when he saw headlights spinning near his fence line. A small car had skidded into a ditch. Eli paused. Helping strangers wasn't his habit. But something gnawed at him. He pulled on his heavy coat, grabbed a flashlight, and headed into the snow. Inside the car was a woman, shaking, crying, her fingers purple from the cold. He knocked on the glass. She flinched. "It's okay," Eli said gruffly. "I've got you." She stared up at him, wide-eyed. Her name was April. She'd been driving cross-country to start fresh after a rough divorce. The storm had caught her off guard. Eli lifted her out of the car like she weighed nothing, carried her to his cabin, and wrapped her in blankets by the fire. For a long time, neither of them said much. The silence was heavy, not uncomfortable, but real. "You live here all alone?" she finally asked. 17 years, he replied, staring into the flames. "No family. Used to. Not anymore." April didn't press. Over the next 3 days, the storm buried the valley. She stayed in the guest room. He cooked simple meals. They shared coffee, stories, and cautious glances. Eli's heart, once locked in a frozen cage, began to flicker with something unfamiliar, warmth. One evening, April handed him a mug of tea. Their fingers brushed. He froze. She didn't pull away. 17 years is a long time, she whispered. Eli looked down at his hands. Too long. And for the first time in all those years, the giant loner let someone in.